And it's always our affair to follow this man Muhammad alayhi salam, because he was khuluqul azim. He had the best character. And we want to find out what are the methodologies that we need to use in order to acquire better character. I think that's important. Matter of fact, I know it's important. Because character is different from personality. They have many people that come and they smile and you see they act so nice in front of you, and yet you can't trust them. And they're having issues in their homes because they haven't changed their hearts. And this is where everything begins. A change of heart is where it all begins. And so we have to reach deep into ourselves. But I tell you something, we have to reach deep into ourselves, but let me tell you the importance of knowing the difference between good character and bad character. Knowing the difference between good character and bad character is the beginning of the things. You have to know the difference. You have to have knowledge. Now we know that if a hypocrite is one of bad character. When he speaks, he lies. When he promises, he breaks it. If he's entrusted with something, know that he can't be trusted. And when you try to engage with him in a conversation, his voice becomes loud. So what we have to do is beginning by lowering our voices, being truthful when we make promises, keep them. When we're entrusted with something, we have to be sure that it's going to be given back. So we have to reverse everything, but you have to know what right and wrong is. If you don't know what right and wrong is, then you're making decisions based on your whim, your feeling, your inclination. And there is a word in the Quran called shakila. Shakila is a disposition that you are born with. It's congenital. It comes with you. Some people are slow, some people are fast, some people are this or that. And there's no harm in having your natural disposition. The harm comes in you not having control over yourself. And if you don't have control over yourself and you don't know the difference between right and wrong, then you know that your life is going to be miserable. So what we have to do is to examine, and in this new year, as we should every day, examine and evaluate ourselves based on our knowledge of good character and bad character. So that means you have to look not only into yourself, but you have to go, when you're going into yourself, you have to have the tools of discernment. You have to have the furqan. And if you don't, then you're going to go into yourself, you're going to start thinking about yourself, and you're not going to know what good habits and bad habits are. This little man has to be taught good habits. After you drink the glass, you wash the glass. You knock something over, you pick it up. My mother was like that with me. I wasn't trained by a woman who was Muslim. I was trained by a woman who was good and knew the difference between right and wrong and feared God to the best of her ability based on the knowledge that she had. But she trained me. This is why the man that you have in front of you is a Muslim, because I had a woman who knew the difference between right and wrong. And we have to train ourselves to have good habits. We have to train ourselves to have good habits, because good habits will serve you. And bad habits, you become a servant of the bad habits. You see how simple that is? Good habits will always allow you to be able to make discernments and the right decisions. A brother came to me the other day, he said he's going to buy a car. And he said he put some money down. I said, did you get somebody to help you check the engine? No. The transmission, the suspension, you should have brought somebody with you. He had a good intent, he had money, but he was making a bad decision. And he's a good person because he didn't take into the consideration the factors that are necessary to make a good decision when buying a car. Now we are bartering our soul in this life, using our soul and not knowing the right and the wrong of the soul. There's this terrible thing. The other thing we can do is to keep good company. So, because you will remind me if I'm wrong, if you're good. Allah says, wherever you are, fear Allah. Right? And follow a bad deed with a good deed and keep good company. And be good to other people. And the best thing that you can do is to have a good companion, because a good companion will always help you along the way. And a bad companion will allow you to go astray. So the first thing, fear Allah and be ittaqillah wa kunu ma'as-sadiqeen. After you've taken your own measurement, that it allows you to fear Allah so that you will have the furqan, the decision-making ability, and then be in the company of the people who have the skills and the abilities and the knowledge. Because I keep company with many of you, and we're always reminding one another, oh no, oh yes, oh no, oh yes. If you're in the company of a disbeliever, he's not going to know the difference, and his habits may well be bad. And if you're in the company of an ignorant person, he can't remind you because he doesn't know. So you don't want to be in the company of the ignorant or the misguided.